Hi there, and welcome to another edition of the Gloucester City Diaries. And I can tell you one thing, I know what it feels to be Jurgen Klopp. League One is so hard. I mean, right now I'm thinking to myself, when I get into the championship, I'm probably gonna be getting coffins for my players because I don't think we'll be alive because it's taking too much. Too much. This is way too stressful. Okay, Gloucester City still within touching distance of the leaders, 2 points behind the leaders. We've lost two matches, drawn 10. That means half the matches I've played have ended in draw. So you can imagine how annoying it is whenever I record a show and it ends up being a draw. So I've been very, very annoyed. We've had some really good draws. Against Bradford was a draw. Against Preston it was a draw. Against Peterborough we were supposed to lose that match. It was a draw. Against Port Vale we were supposed to lose that match. It was a draw. Against Colchester we were supposed to beat them, and guess what? We gave it away. That was it, man. I started getting very annoyed. I felt like I was beginning to feel like Jurgen Klopp. In fact, there were quite a few matches that we dominated and walked away with a point. And sometimes we even lost the match. Against Millwall, this is a good game. Unfortunately for us, we had a player sent off. I was like, I almost smashed the monitor when that happened. Against Colchester, we played well. Get we really like were hammering Colchester. Colchester get three nice clear cut chances. We take the lead, 2 goal lead. Colchester come back and equalize them. Equalize. I couldn't even hold the lead, and I was like, it was very annoying. I mean, literally, if this feel if I mean, I watched Liverpool play. They can take a 3 goal lead and lose the game. So trust me, I know the feeling right now. We had one huge win over Cheltenham. This is the biggest win of the season. 4-1 over Cheltenham. We used the my 4-3-3 system, and it was a great game. Completely had a lot of fun in this match. Not a lot of clear-cut chances. They had more clear-cut chances, which is the real story of how our season so far. And here, this is the most interesting match I've played thus far. Leyton Orient 1, Gloucester City 2. I had 4 shots, all 4 on target. And Leyton Orient, they played well, but we started this game with a 4-1, 4-1. And halfway, I was like 20 minutes into the game, I was with 15 minutes into the game, I realized that something wasn't right. So we switched to this. This is an asymmetric version of my 4-4-2. It uses an inverted wingback on support, a ball playing defender on stopper duty, and another fullback. Basically, the rest are bulk basic guys on support, except for Hewitt, who was a wide midfielder on attack, a shadow striker up front, and a centre forward on attack. This is I adjusted this on the fly because of what I was facing against Leyton Orient. They were coming at me. They were kind of like coming at me from my against my left flank, and I decided I was gonna drop one DM into that slot to cover that zone, and in doing so as well, I made sure that Kane would play as a ball playing defender on stopper. Now, a ball playing defender is a pretty interesting role because he steps out of the defensive line a bit earlier to engage players, and sometimes that can be quite a good thing, especially if you want to use an aggressive defense, which is what we wanted. We wanted an aggressive defense. We wanted to make sure that they didn't have a lot of good chances. In the meantime, we also wanted to make sure that we created some good ones as well. What I liked about this game was the intensity with which we played. Our first goal came from an interception in midfield. Finch stealing the ball off the player, playing it into Hardy's space with the shadow striker, drops in a beautiful cross for Bond to score. That gave us the initial lead after we had changed to the asymmetric 4-4-2. Our second goal was very interesting because it came off a defensive transition. So we're defending, but the fluidity in the movement took my attention because players were playing in positions that they're not usually in. Hardy plays a deep pass to Hewitt. Now Hardy is my shadow striker. He's not in position, so he's at the back now. And the players who are charging forward are players that are going to interchange and they're going to pass the ball between each other to create a very nice goal scoring opportunity. And I was so happy with this goal. I was jumping out of my chair. And tell you something, it's always worth a second look. It's this movement that just took my breath away. So it's stuff like this that makes me want to play my 4-4-2s all over again. So essentially, what was my fourth asymmetric system like? Well, I've got a shadow striker who I'm hoping he's just gonna come in late, so that's why I chose this slot because I want to basically play in both the AM zone and the DM zone. I've got a back four that's pretty standard. I've got a fullback on support, dribble less, pass it shorter, few risky passes, and I got these two bulk basic. Um, Kennedy, he does have one extra shot. He closes down much more. Then I've got a wide midfielder on attack who's playing few risky passes, stay wider, dribble less. I've got a box-to-box midfielder who does the same thing, except he's only fewer risky passes. Then I've got a winger on support on the right flank. Up front, nothing different. He's not doing very much except what he's already doing, except the box-to-box midfielder. I did add move into channel, so and center forward on attack, he's got the close down much more shots. So these are my players who are going to be playing a 4-4-1-1 if I need to. And what I'm going to do is going to do what I did earlier. Hewitt, Finch, Rogers, Anderson, Kennedy, Kane, Hickford, and Sessegnon. So I'm actually going to try this as C4-4-2 for the first time against Rochdale. And we're playing this match at home. So the scout reports are in Rochdale, 20th in the Sky Bet League One, and we always lose these matches. Okay, this should be fun. I'm trying something new. I've not done it. I want to see whether it's a fluke. Okay, so we're gonna go into this match against Rockdale, playing a system that I did on the fly. Now, that's the reason why I like my 1-4-1 system because I think it's versatile. I think using a 4-1-4-1 is a versatile system, and you can do things with it in the game if you do need to have like the right kind of players in your setup. I've got Hewitt. He's not a winger by any chance. Look at his stats. He's just a DM. He's just playing on the left. He can't cross for diddly wings, so he can't even do anything there. My defensive midfielder is a player called Finch. Now Finch, yeah, at least he has the brain cells to be a defensive midfielder. But look at me. I'm not playing with an orthodox white midfielder. He's just there, and I'm hoping that he doesn't screw up. I could also choose to play him. Okay, so we'll do that instead. We'll put Anthony Dicksteele into position. So Mr. Dicksteele is gonna be the man of the moment. Hope he hardens our players up and gets us a good result. At the back, we got Kane, who can't jump, and Hickford, and Sessegnon, Kennedy, Anderson, on loan from Fulham, Rogers, Hardy, Bond, and Dicksteele. So my shouts are gonna be the same. Work ball into box, slightly higher, normal. Maybe we'll go higher tempo. Maybe. See the way I play. Alright, we're all set. There's all maybes in my game. Trust me. We should all have fun. Alright, so we are faced up against a 4-2-3-1. Okay, this is a huge mistake. Something tells me that we are about to lose. Here we go. Both of us are shaking hands on a wet day. And we shall go to 2D Classic. The pitch is absolute shite. Hardy to Finch to Rogers back to Hardy. So much for that. And on that match when I played it, I actually played it on comprehensive. So it was quite a nightmare playing Leyton Orient, trying to hold a 1 goal lead. Mendes Liang, all the defenders are doing well. Kane got there first. Bond to Hardy. Hardy looks around. Please do look around, Hardy. There's no need for you to run into a brick wall. Loan to Allen to McDermott. McDermott has lost out to Sessegnon and Bone is away. Bone is in the box. Bone looks up. Bone, yeah! We get the first goal. Hardy scores. Gloucester 1, Rockdale 0. I'm hoping this will be the first time we beat a relegation threatened team because we have failed to do that this whole season. Oh, it was unfortunate. Okay, we FM'd the game. Canavan couldn't try to tackle. He did tackle. The ball bounced back for Joe Hardy. Canavan again, he's got a lot of pressure. He gives up a corner. Rockdale have, okay, I'm not gonna say it, it's gonna sound very punny. Dick Steele with the corner. In the air, Dick Steele puts the corner, but Logan gets to the ball first. And Logan is wearing pink today. It's just a stub toe, yeah. I like the way they said that. Now, notice one thing. I have him as an inverted wingback, but he's not playing as an inverted wingback, so we might as well just change him to a fullback on support. Hickford now to Sessegnon. Sessegnon to Rogers. Rogers looks for Finch. Finch to Hardy. Hardy to Rogers. Oh, this is going to be a race. Rogers wins it to Finch. Finch to Hardy. Hardy back to Kane. Kane to Kennedy. Kennedy first times it to Dick Steele. Dick Steele to Hardy. Hardy does not win the ball, but Finch is there to clean up the mess. Rogers now. Rogers out to Andrason. Andrason goes down the flanks. Andrason drops in a useless cross, but wins a corner. Great corner. Finch will pick this up. He's just adding to the melodrama by doing it slowly. Dick Steele's useless cross. Alright, he might have a nice name, but I hope he learns how to put in a better cross over time. Cross goes in, Hickford clears the danger only as far as Lund. Now, once again, you see me, I'm commentating, but I'm not watching my own transitions, which is really bad for me because it's always a sign that we're going to concede a goal. So I will, when it comes to transitions, what I'm looking for is things like, okay, the first thing when we're defending the ball, we're moving the ball up, I want to see that we move it smoothly through defense to midfield and into attack. And if the AI is attacking, I want to see whether we are able to, where we are able to break their play down and whether or not we close their passing lanes. Like right now, his passing lanes are closed. This is what I was looking for. Dick Steele passes the ball. Once again, I'm looking out and I'm going like, what are we doing? Dick Steele's pass was, we're not using pass into space as a shout. No, we're not. So this is probably due to other things. So I'm going to reduce my width to fairly wide. Tanser with the throw to Camps. Back to Tanser. Tanser looks for options here. Once again, I'm looking at passing options. So his only passing option is back to 5 or through to 8. And this is not a bad choice. Okay. Hickford wins the ball. So transition broken down. That's good news for us. Okay, now I'm looking at us building up the ball. Does he have enough support? Anderson goes up. He doesn't have enough support. But he works himself back inside for where there are players with support and he decides to be an idiot. Okay, that is got nothing to do with the system. It's got to do with the player. Kennedy with the ball. Kennedy loses out. Here is where I took a risk. My ball playing defender actually came to cover immediately. Free kick, Allen. Sessegnon clears the danger. Okay, Sessegnon is picked up a card uh, on his flank. So first thing I do is I look on the. First thing I'll do is I start paying attention to that flank a bit more now. Steven Sessegnon has a habit of being sent off. Cross, Hickford reads that. Hardy does very well, gets the ball to Bond. I want Sessegnon to play because he's got such fantastic acceleration. Rogers to Bond. Bond now looks for support. Andre's son, no, he loses to Lund. And the ball goes through. This should be offside. No, it's not. He's onside, but he can't make his chance count. The captain is struggling to find the pass at the moment. Okay, this is another transition I'm looking at. You saw my ball playing defender surge up because there was a possible danger. So he came off his defensive line immediately, making him one of my favorite players right now. Mendes Lang to Camps. Camps looks up and Samuel is in. Samuel shoots, but he's offside. Holding a narrow lead at the moment. And Finch with the corner. Again, this is good for Dick Steele. Plays it to Rogers. Maybe I shouldn't say his name like that because each time I give him the, I say Dick Steele and we do something stupid. Either that or I should not use him anymore because I could be in trouble. Because Demendes Liang Rafferty to Lund. Passing options, none. Okay, good. They still have to build up play. Oh, what a nice turn from Samuel. Mendes Lang. Oh, Camps is in the box. Camps shoots. Kato saves the day. Okay, we just have to hold up for another minute. I don't believe I'm saying that. We're not playing very well, are we? Allen in the corner. Hickford clears the danger, but Samuel will pick up the pieces, recycles it to Allen. Allen in the box. Hickford reads it really well, and Lund takes a shot, and they have another corner. Into the box it goes, and it's cleared by Sessegnon. We are going to change things a bit. Sessegnon, who's at 6.9, is having a very good game. But they have played well. We are going to attacking. Starts the second half. Samuel to Camps. Camps now to Tanser. Tanser to Finch. Finch plays it to Rogers. Rogers to Bond. Bond is out wide. Back to Rogers. Bond comes inside now. And Anderson is there. Sessegnon reads that, but he's now out of position. Finch will have to do something. Allen. Okay. Oh, what a great tackle for Finch. He's on a yellow card. Hardy into space of Bond. Bond is there. Bond's shot is saved. What a miss. Um, they've gone into a 4-4-2, but Steven Sessegnon is on a yellow card. And we shall make a substitution now. Jake Flanagan will come on for Sessegnon. Stephen Hewitt will come on for Jack Finch. We don't want to have a player sent off. I've had that happen to me too many times this season. Corner, Rogers into the box. Haven't scored a headed corner goal in a while. I don't think we've ever scored a goal with a header from a corner. This is not good. Gillam has the ball. Flanagan, no, Lund, this is gonna be a goal. It's a great save from Kato. This was a phenomenal save from Kato. Kato plays it up. Hewitt, I feel like shooting that boy. Rogers to Kennedy to Hardy. Hardy loses the ball to Samuel. And Charlton are off now. Sorry. Charlton is off now. This is not a team. Oh my god, what am I saying? Charlton in the box. The boys clear the danger. Dick Steele saves the day. Paul doesn't get cleared very far. Hewitt now with the Lund looking for Gilliam. Kane wins the ball now. Bond. Can they do this? Hewitt. Finally, they managed to clear the... Whoa, and they turn it into an attack almost immediately. Bond has a chance. Hardy first time said, yes, it's a second goal. What a response. We turned the defense into attack. Oh, God, that was sweet. That was sweet. Bond into the box, shoots, and Joe Hardy is there to pick up the pieces. Oh, we turned that defense into attack. That was so sweet. Rockdale have come off their attacking 4-4-2. They're not settled into a control 4-4-2. So this is good news for us. Hardy, back to Rogers. Rogers looks around, finds Hewitt. Hewitt to Hardy now. Back to Dick Steele. To Hewitt. Hewitt plays it to Rogers. Rogers to Bond. Bond looks around, turns around, goes into the box, takes a shot, but yeah, it's not going to be any kind of an attempt that makes any sense. Alright, Flanagan, you're on support now. We don't have to overcommit at this point in time. He did enough to come out to support the midfielders, but I think I can hold him back for a while. Rafferty to Allen. Hewitt clears the danger. Actually, I shouldn't. Fullback on attack, sorry. Flanagan, you may return to your former duties. Lund. Rafferty. Why? Because I want my players to be within not too far away in terms of the duties, because mentality and the duty affects mentality, right? So it'll affect starting position during a transition. So I don't want to change him, because apparently he seems to be in the right spots to lend support. What in the world is Bond doing? We got a player called Macaulay Bone, And we got another player called, I mean, Dick Steele. We got Bone and Dick Steele. So it's really, I have to stop. I don't think have slept very much in the last couple of days. Anderson to Bone Logan. I'm like willing him to score another goal. Well, the boys are playing well. It'd be interesting right now for me to look at my with and without ball, because the last time I used this, I changed it during the course of the match, and I wasn't too sure what they look like. But now it'll be interesting because we have something to compare it to. That's the baseline. Allen to Charlton. Charlton back out. Samuel has the ball. Gilliam immediately has a defender on him. Samuel Lunn now plays it back to Samuel and Henderson. Please allow us to have a clean sheet. We have not. There's not much time left. Allen again looks for opportunities. Oh, this is good football from them, and they actually get a goal. They finally score. I can't keep a clean sheet, but it's okay. We save on clean sheet bonuses. That's not too bad. That was bad defending, but it's alright. We just have 2 minutes to make sure that they don't do the same shit again. I don't believe it. Are we about to concede another one of those famous? I don't believe it. If we do fall apart with during injury time, I'm gonna smash my monitor because this is gonna be very annoying. Lund to Allen, Allen out wide. The ball goes to Charlton. Charlton has a chance to cross. He does cross it, and it's into the hands of Quito. We are into the last minute of stoppage. Hickford, the man of the moment. Rogers to Anderson. Anderson will go wide. No, he gives it to Rogers. Rogers, he loses the ball again. And this is going to be Kane to Flanagan. They've done well, these boys at the back. The two defensive pairing have done a decent job today. Apart from that goal that we conceded, Bond looks around for Dick Steele. No, he doesn't. Hewitt to Hardy. Allen back to Gillam. Come on, ref. Charlton, I want to win this so that we can keep putting pressure on the leaders. And it'll be the first time this season that one of my shows has a victory in it. No, yes, finally you guys get a chance to see us win a game. Gloucester, tell the players they fell short of expectations despite the result. Oh my goodness, I've got a hard audience to please. Because you were poor there. They all now seem demotivated. I shouldn't listen to my S-man. You see what happens when you listen to your S-man? Everyone's demotivated. Now I've got to go in and fix the damage caused my S-man. Let's go and confuse them even more. Everybody is now looking confused. Look switched off and confused. The whole team is confused and demotivated. Exactly how we love it. Well, as you can see, our little team talk did very little to damage our morale. We're still very good. Team is doing pretty okay at the moment. Our schedule, this will be our second win on the trot. So I think we've only done it twice this season, where we've won 2 games in a row. So if I were to look at my stats for this game, if I were to look at Danny Kane, who was playing as the ball playing defender on stopper duty, he had a 6.5, which is a bit sad because we won and he didn't play well. He was playing alongside Hickford, but we have to remember Danny Kane can't jump. So probably Hickford was doing all the jumping for him and the hitting of the ball. So maybe I'll try somebody else in this position because I do need players who can pass the ball and have good decisions. And he's the only one in my team that is reasonably okay with that role. I want a player that can. I want to have a system where we can actually turn things around very quickly and put it into attack once we're defending. And I think that having a ball playing defender is a pretty interesting option at the back, and we actually have done okay. In terms of the match stats for this game, as you can see, we did pretty well. 3 clear-cut chances versus Rockdale's 2. Rockdale are the bottom of the table, and we are supposed to be with them. Unfortunately for them, we can't really keep them company at this point in time, and we're hoping we never have to. Joe Hardy was the man of the match, and he's the shadow striker today. The shadow striker actually got 2 goals. Macaulay Bond assisted. Not bad. I'm happy. The result is fantastic, and The tactic that I use, basically, it's a simple 4-4-2. I call it an asymmetric system. Asymmetric system is when they don't really look like a 4-4-2 positionally, but they try to play like a 4-4-2. They're not symmetrical, so to speak. And here, the roles are interesting. Well, before I take a deeper look at the roles, I want to make sure that my original assumptions are correct. So I will get a video out on this fairly soon. I hope that you enjoyed this edition of the Gloucester City Diaries. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. And if you want to support this channel, please visit www.patron.com/busternet for more information on how you can support the channel. Once again, I'd like to thank all my patrons who are supporting this channel. You've done a fantastic job. You're keeping the channel going. And yes, you're keeping Gloucester City going as well. So let's see where Gloucester take us. So you guys take care, have fun, have a good one. I'll catch up with you guys again soon. Bye bye.